Hey everybody, soybean farmer. Well, it's still August the 12th. It stopped raining. I got cleaned up, dried off. Looking to the west, that's sun's going down over there now. And I thought I'd get out and take a look at some of the beans around here on the farm since I've been so busy at work the last 7 days. So I rode over here to the Allen field, which, as you know, is my best field. The soil works out really good here. And I brought my yardstick so we can get down here and have a look. And as you see, you could lose that in there now. Looks like, let's see, that's 36 inches on the stick. And on up behind it, I'm right here at the edge. I just stuck it there. I don't know. But this is going to be one impressive field. If you take the stick and let's just pick a spot and see what we get here. Well, it's so thick right now you can't really see. Let's move down here and try this spot. There we go. There's something we can look at. See, they're still got flowers. And of course down in there it looks like we've got beans starting to make, but I planted these things on such a tight row this year. There we go. Hope we don't break the yardstick. That it's hard to see what's going on all down in there. But there's a lot of flowers in there that I can see. I don't know if the camera's getting it. And there's actually some beans forming up. Let's see if I can get you right in here. There we go. Beans forming up right there. And that's a pretty healthy little cluster. But this field has always done real well. I got a spot right over there. It's probably I don't know, 25 feet by 25 feet. It's pretty massive water hemp up above the beans there. I tried to get in there the other day, but I couldn't get past this without tearing something all to pieces. This field over on this side, all rows came up, so I don't have any missing rows for a walkway. So I'll probably have to tear up some beans to try to get in there. I'd love to capture that seed and get it out of this field. One or two right over here. But that's the spot right there. I would love to get that water hemp out of there. Get the seed out of there so I don't have to deal with it. But let's ride over here and look at, there's a little field over there by those pine trees. It'd be double cropping on that, where I had that weed in there. Big difference in something planted in April, as you can see crossed here, and something that was planted around the end of June. Big fight trying to get that stupid wheat off this land when it went to raining on me. Not a lot going on here. I was trying to mow grass today. I like to keep this mowed up through here, and that's just gotten totally away from me right out there. I mean, I got stuff 6 foot tall. It'll probably have to take the bush hog in there to knock that down, clean it up, make it look nice with the finishing more. But didn't get a lot done today when it was soaking wet this morning when I got out. So I ran some errands, bought some gas, bought some oil. Caught Rotella on sale for $13.99 a gallon, so I grabbed about 6 gallons of that. And got a few little things like that knocked out and took care of. Well, let's go over there and look at these double crop beans, and you can see how they're coming along. I hadn't looked at them, so I'll find out too. Well, this is still the Allen field. It's over on the side that's got the meadow strip, and then that's the double crop beans were planted somewhere around June 26th to the 30th when I finally got a break in all that rain we were having and was able to get them in there. But back over here you can see there's my yardstick stuck in there and beans up above it. And this is actually the low side over here. And we'll walk over here now and we can see how these are coming on. The field came up nice. I can just barely see the missing row. This field had that problem with the missing row, but they're just about to canopy over that. Let's see, we'll step over in here and see if I lose a shoe in the mud. Okay, that's solid. All right, I get about right here, and you look right down through there, that was the missing row. It was a problem with the grain drill. There was a drop that was clogged up in it, and I didn't catch it. And there was another one. I'll take one more step right over here. Another one right here that was missing. And then another one over there. But they're going to end up canopied. And to give you an idea how they're coming on, this is about average spot. We'll stick it down here. It looks like about 18, 19 inches there. Now, I was delighted. I hit this field just right. I caught it early morning with a heavy dew and used that soap trick that works so well. And I got 100% kill on this. There's not, I don't see, it's the first chance I've been over here and it's almost dark, but I got my glasses on and I'm looking. And so far I do not see enemy number one water hemp plant sticking up. Now I was back over here 8 days ago and it was clean and pretty, and it's still clean and pretty. Yeehaw. Once you get a canopy, like right in here, this has got a nice canopy on it. Weeds don't get to come up through that. The water hemp, that's the most powerful weed I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like that. I've been talking to my seed fertilizer man, and we're talking about the program Liberty Link and the herbicides and all that, and he's still telling me that we're going to have to use a pre-emergent to get the full control out of it. I'm going to go ahead and walk over here and see what I can see. Using this yardstick to part plants so you don't step on them and you can get you a place to put your foot, works out pretty good. Now here's a spot. You can actually see there's a plant, there's a plant, there's a plant, and skip, 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 and then the row comes back. So this is a place where the controlled spill of the grain drill was messing up royal. And you can see here, there's a plant, and then the row comes back. So I know what happened. I had that grain drill out when I started planting. It was about the 3rd week of April, and I had seed in the thing until I finally finished about the last of June. And it rained so many times, and even though I had a tarp over the thing, enough moisture got into it that the beans clumped up in the drop tubes and blocked them. But this one acts like it unblocked itself, and I got a row there. But I used to plant on a 14-inch row, so a missing row on a 7-inch wide row, they'll still canopy. And I see people around me still planting on 20-inch rows, and they have been, you know, if we got enough water and they've done everything right, they'll get a canopy. But yeah, I'm delighted with this. Let's go check that other big field over behind the pine trees and see what we got over there before it gets too dark to see what's there. Well, these are not quite as tall as what we were just looking at. There were a couple of viewers that commented when they were looking at this dirt in this field, the soil, and asked me what it was, because it's so white looking, where there's a lot of sand in it. From right here down this way, it just turns into pure sand. I was amazed that during that dry spell that this didn't just dry up and droop up and turn to nothing, but had to be the hand of God on it to keep it going. Now we'll step out here. This is what's going on right here. This spot right here is caused by the turnarounds. When I pull right up to those trees and lock up the inside tire on the tractor and make the tightest turn I can possibly make, by the time I get back in here, I still don't have the planter straightened out, so I end up with this little spot like this. Now, what I stepped across from here to the end of the field is what I call end dressing. I'll go down to that corner after I finish the field and run the planter all the way back up across this way and down to that corner, and that dresses it out. I should have made 2 passes to fill these spots in right here like this where I'm standing, but maybe I'll get it right one year. But anyhow, right here, what we got, yeah, it's about 17 inches. And these were planted real close to the June 30th. I'm thinking June 28th or somewhere along in there. And to me, that's just way late. This field is the one where you might remember a video where cousin Scotty Rock was out here putting nitrogen on the wheat that we had here, and it was just a dismal mess. It did not turn out. The water kept us out of the field. The straw didn't dry out. We couldn't get the straw to go in the combine until it dried out, and then it did finally go on in, and we cut it, but the heads had already been drooped over for about a week and a half, 2 weeks almost, and they were fragile, and we saw a lot of the grain fall out up in the platform auger before it ever got into the concave. If you don't get it to the concave, it ain't yours. And then you still can mess up and blow it out the back of the combine if you got the fan set wrong. But old time farmer buddy came to see me a couple of weeks ago, and we walked out here and looked at this, and he said that I was on par with the big time tobacco farmers who would plant a little bit of beans, because tobacco's a cash crop and they're going to get that tobacco in the field first, and they would late plant, be planting up to about June 30th. And he told me to reach back in my memory and see, you know, the size plants they had at harvest time on over towards the end of November. And he smiled and said something positive to me. So there'll be some beans to pick out of this, and I've learned my lesson about double cropping. Well, everybody, thanks for watching my videos, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. This has been Soybean Farmer. Bye, y'all.